tomorrow night, Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern on NBCS, and you'll see an abridged version of the normal awards show presented by Bridgestone every year. So many major awards still to be handed out, and so we're going to kind of go through each one and tell you our picks. Now, I'm kind of just recusing myself from this because I'm a Minnesota girl. I've made arguments all year long.
Calder goes to who?
What?
Yeah, Calder's definitely going to go to Kirill Kaprizov. Is there any question? But I guess that is my question. Do you think there should be a case for Jason Robertson or any other rookie of the year?
No, I think Kaprizov was good enough. It got close. Robertson made a great push in the second half. There's some goalies who had some nice moments, but I think Kaprizov, with what he did from start to finish, the amount of goals he scored, the important role he had on that team, he was from day one, for the opening series against LA.
That's right. Their
best offensive player for a team that had a great year. He's got to win it.
Listen, I think that Bill Guerin's done a nice job in rebuilding this team, adding more jam, and I give Bill Guerin credit. He's the one that was able to bring Kaprizov over. Nobody else was able to do that prior to. And he was absolutely electric. Transformative player for them to this point. Really, to the extent that we saw from Gaborik. Similar in terms of a game-breaking ability and impact. And that's been a long time coming.
And ended up breaking a bunch of rookie records that Gaborik had held to this point. So we'll see if they can sort everything out and keep him in Minnesota for a while.
They better.
They better. Get pen to paper.
It's hard to get guys that can do what he does.
Don't be
Goals
tight.
are hard to come by, and he is a gifted goal scorer.
And his teammates love playing with him.
Why wouldn't they?
His teammates love him. Everybody I talked to in the room, they love him. So he was awesome for Minnesota this year, and what was a really good year for the Wild, too. They played really well.
Yeah, reading reports about when he first signed with the Wild, I know Bill Guerin was asking him, should I try to get another Russian player or two? And he said, only if he's going to help us win.
Exactly.
And that tells you everything you need to know about the maturity of this guy and where he's at with his game. So,
Jamie, we got it. He's already going to win.
Okay.
We got it.
All right, fine. I'll move on. Norris. Who's your vote for Norris, Weeksy?
Adam Fox, man. Foxy clean. Harvard's own Adam. I thought he had an amazing year. I saw him play several times up close. And what was really interesting to me is his ability to control the game. He controlled the game every time he was on the ice. Whether the puck was on his stick or if it wasn't, I thought he defended exceptionally well for a high-end offensive player. But offensively, he controlled a lot of the game almost from the back end as much as Panarin did on the front end.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to look traditional stats, he had the most points of the three guys that were finalists. Makar missed some times. That probably hurts his cause. Hedman, probably the best defenseman in the world, didn't have the best year of all the defensemen. I think it's Adam Fox, because if you look at the New York Rangers, when he was on the ice, how effective they were, their goal differential, their shot differential, versus when he was not, you can tell he had by far the greatest impact on his team's success of the three finalists. Plus, then you put up the points that he did, certainly a lot on the power play, but just impactful in all areas of the ice. And will be interesting to see, though, the voting on this one, because I think this can go any one of three ways. And Adam Fox jumped onto the scene, became a finalist. It's not often the guys kind of emerge quickly and win the Norris Trophy. It usually takes a couple of years of them being considered high-end players to get there. So we'll see if Adam Fox can do it in just 1 year.
Okay, we will see. You guys have agreed, actually, on the first two so far. Now
let's go to Vezina.
I mean, we have to get a little disagreement here. Do you think who do you think should win Vezina week?
I mean, didn't you mentioned Fleury earlier in the show, didn't you? I mean, come on, 24-karat gold gear and helmet. Cue Bruno Mars. You kidding me? Yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury. First time in 17 years that he might actually win the Vezina Trophy in an illustrious career, Hall of Fame career to this point. And not for him, as good as Vegas is, they don't get anywhere near where they got to, let alone in the regular season, but in the postseason. So I think this is his time this year.
It pains me to not say Marc-Andre Fleury, because I'd like to see him win it after the career and all he's been through. But I think the best goaltender this year was Andrei Vasilevskiy. I think if you look at his numbers, they're very comparable to Marc-Andre Fleury's. They both played a lot of games, which is important. They both played on excellent teams, which is important. But you look at those underlying numbers, so those goals saved above expected, and who had to do a little bit more, who was a little bit better beyond just goals against or save percentage. And Andrei Vasilevskiy, by just a little bit, I think I would give the nod to over Marc-Andre Fleury. But I'm not being nostalgic. I'm not voting with my heart, just my head. I will be okay if I'm wrong on this one and Fleury takes it.
It is a regular season award, though, to be clear, right? So even though people are like, well, Andrei Vasilevsky's team's still playing, it should not matter.
Does not matter. Votes were in a long time ago.
56-game schedule, exactly. All right, last but not least, the Hart Trophy. We think we know Connor McDavid is going to win. And Johnny, you made a very impassioned plea that it should be unanimous, right?
I am, again, reiterating. Connor McDavid will win the Hart. He will deserve it. He put up a year like we have not seen in a really long time. A year that I didn't know that anyone would be able to get to in this style of the NHL and this generation of players in this kind of game. The way the goalies are, the way the defensemen are, the way everyone can skate and defend. He put up points. He was unstoppable, and his defense was better. So I put all that together, Jamie. He has to be the unanimous winner. I will be so upset if anyone votes for him anywhere other than first. And if anyone does, feel free to come on our show. We'll talk about why that happened, because I can't see why anyone would vote for him anywhere but first. It's going to be a landslide. Unanimous.
I totally agree. Listen, everybody is playing in the NHL, plays in the NHL. Connor McDavid plays in the NHL, but he was playing NHL 20 by EA Sports, or 21 for that matter. He just looked like he had a joystick out there. Literally, he could do what he wanted. He had extra boost, of course, with that speed. He's improved his shot, which is something a lot of people don't give him credit for, because his shot is now a threat, and he's able to beat goalies from 15 to 20 feet out. But
watching these highlights,
it's crazy. What are you going to do?